Stand it.
Unfortunately.
Rock. In the net. Hey.
Oh, Jesus. All right, here we go.
You live?
Ah,
Let's do it.
you
What's up, guys?
scared me. All righty, good morning. 7:07, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Don't move.
Nobody
If you touch
move.
my desk, my camera's gonna go haywire. For some reason, like the bolt or something's loose on this thing, and it's just, I mean, if you breathe wrong, you're gonna. I'm not wearing pants.
move.
I'm not wearing pants. So if I
We're
breathe wrong,
we're gonna see your beepee.
all right.
Well, okay, but I got to switch my muff out. Hold on, let's do this right. I haven't done this since
Before KT calls
last
you
week.
out.
Yeah, where's your big muff? It's right here. Oh, damn it! Hold on, sir. I know that's like the worst sound to have.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, my muff got.
It's a great way to start.
I know.
Would you wash it? Did it shrink?
It's shrunk in the wash. I never do it on hot cycle.
You
That's
should
why.
wash that thing.
There we go. Big furry muff ready to go. Feels nice. Hi, welcome to it, everybody. It is the Plan B Morning Show. Brock and Hunter. Good to be back.
Hey,
I'm still alive.
you don't look sick at all. You don't look
you
like
look-
you've been sick.
You look. Do you have a tan?
Yeah, right.
You were on
You
vacation.
look all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Let's get it out there. So I was out. I came in Monday. Worse for wear on Monday. Hunter, you remember? You thought it was kind of comical, and you were like,
I
"Geez,
thought
man,
it was
you just-"
hilarious. I mean, I didn't think it was funny that you're getting sick, but I thought it was funny that finally, after like 8 years of this guy, I got sick within the 8 years a few times. Actually,
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
bad a few times.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like, does this guy, is he an android? Does this guy ever get sick?
I'm a Terminator.
He's a
Terminator.
So finally, he found his kryptonite. Something happened.
So I'm just gonna tell everyone, because I'm an open book here on this show, and much like an open book, my butt cheeks have been open quite a bit the last couple of days. So what I came down with was not the flu, not COVID. I had I have what is called a perianal abscess.
Say it again,
Perianal abscess, which is the most common type of anal rectal abscesses. So long story short,
What's the abs with
I have an infected gland right down by my booty hole.
gross?
right?
Gross.
And it got to the point where obviously the infection got to me. Fever of 102. I've been to the ER twice.
Really?
Went to the ER twice. Been on antibiotics since Sunday.
What?
Yeah.
I've
And,
never heard of this. So you got
yeah,
so your booty hole swelled up and then you got sick.
yeah. So I ended up and I started noticing it last week. Middle of last week, I was like, oh God, that's kind of by Saturday, it was full-fledged. I remember because Kiki looked at it, and I'm sorry, honey, I got to tell you because I said, Kiki, you got to check this out. It was like the size of a peanut, like a actual peanut.
Yeah.
And so what it is when a gland gets plugged down there, it fills with pus, and it can either, it'll usually take care of itself.
Okay, without getting too descriptive, all right?
Okay.
Where is this, on your cheek or is this?
So here's my booty hole. Okay? There's my booty hole. Okay, and I'm trying to think. It's on the left side. If you could imagine, it's like right there. Right there. So here's the booty hole, right?
Yeah.
And it's right above. It's not on the anus. It's
Question.
I'm here to answer all.
Hey, let me get my trash can ready. All right. God, I didn't expect this.
I told
It's
you.
not what I expected.
So I literally my body has been fighting an infection, basically.
Did they pop it?
So I went to the urgent care, the Well Now, on Sunday, and they were able to extract a little bit and then got me on the antibiotic. And now the body's been doing what it needs to do and getting it out. That helped release some of the pressure and everything. Brandon just said new fear unlocked. It's not pleasant.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's actually a very common thing. Anybody who's got hair, I asked the doctor, he's like, anybody who's got hair on their butt can get these, and they're very.
So it's like
common.
kind of an ingrown hair.
No, not necessarily. It just it can be caused by an ingrown hair for sure, but it's really just when a gland gets clogged somehow with bacteria. With it can happen from STDs. It can happen. So, like, let's say you got anal fissures or a Crohn's disease.
Okay.
So, yeah. You don't like the word anal fissures? Is that just so?
I'm trying to fancy it up with all these medical terms. We know.
Believe me, I would love to have a much more distinguished place to get sick at, like a cool wound on my chest. Yeah. No, especially too when you have
there's always something with you. Why can't you just get the flu like everybody else?
Believe me, you know what's funny is because when I went to the ER the first time and they're like, look, your temperature is actually where it should be. You're okay there. Everything looks good. We're going to test you because the way my fever was and everything, the way my body was, they're like, well, let's just see COVID, flu, everything came back negative. Literally everything came back negative. So really it's just been.
Hey, Doc, I think it's just a puss. Just a puss.
Yeah, right. It's just a puss, right? Just go put some Bactine on it. You'll be fine. So, but I got to give a big shout out to all the doctors out there over at Lakeland.
Go drink some ginger ale, buddy boy.
You'll be all right. Splash some ginger. Put some tussin on it. You'll be all right. But yeah, different, man. Definitely different. I don't know what caused it or anything. It just these things.
You know what I think it is a lot? You know, and it involves directly what we do. Sitting down.
That can be, especially too with like hemorrhoids and stuff. If you sit on the toilet too long, you're putting all that pressure on there. Yeah. For sure. So, interesting. I've never had to deal with something like this before.
So you're sitting on a donut? Is that why you're up a little bit more?
Yeah, that's right. I do. I have my hemorrhoid donut that I'm sitting on right there. It was weird, man. It was, and honestly, Monday and Tuesday were terrible. Yesterday, the fever was still kind of getting to me a little bit, but that ended up breaking last night. I slept like a baby. I don't know if
you were such a downer on Monday.
I was.
And I was excited. I was ready to go. Yep. I had the coffee in me, and then there's Brock. He's like, man, I just.
Oh well, that night, Sunday night, I didn't sleep. Sunday into Monday, I was sleeping in like 30-minute intervals.
That was another thing. Monday, you were like, dude, I could literally, if I close my eyes, I'm out.
Yeah. And so I just kind of thought like, all right, maybe I'm tired. And then obviously.
Yeah, between sleep deprivation, a booty pimple, and getting sick, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll do it. It'll do it. Here's the other thing I'm going to say too. I don't know what the hiring process is over at Lakeland, right? In the ER, everyone's attractive. I felt like I was in Grey's Anatomy. And then here I come in. Can you look at my butthole?
Yeah.
Like it was just like everyone, even
get your foot in the stirrups. You don't.
The male doctors were good looking. The female the doctor, I'm like, Jesus. All right, well, let's bring
a little vulnerable over there at the hospital. And like
you know what I think about too with this, right? You know, like that story, The Revenant, right? You know that movie with Leonardo. That's based on a real story of a guy who got mauled, left for dead, drug his wounded body through the woods and everything, dirty and everything.
Yeah.
And then you know what almost put me out? A booty hole blister. I mean,
a booty blister. Right.
For God's sakes, man.
Yeah.
But fine. Anyway, I am feeling much better. And it's nice. It's good to be back. I'm still on antibiotics. I'll be on antibiotics.
Well, let's check on it.
I'll show you my booty hole.
Stand up on that chair. Let's see if it's healing.
I pull my pants on. I got googly eyes.
Yeah, I'll get some Vaseline.
Oh man. So anyway, that is what has been happening. Honestly, at this point, I think I would have taken the flu. I would have taken something like that because it's such a like a keeping the area clean and everything. You got to be gentle with it. And it's goofy. It's a goofy thing. And here's the other thing. I feel I feel like an old man. Like it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It feels like an older man kind of disease.
Break the news to you.
I know, but I've never had anything like this. This is like getting that first back hair and you're like, oh no, what's going on? You know what I mean? So anyway.
Hey, glad you're all right, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Glad you're not. Glad you didn't. Dude, imagine if you died from a booty pimple.
That's the other thing I was thinking about. Yeah. Like, what?
How did it happen? What happened? Did he get smoked by a semi?
Like I'd tell Kiki, like on my deathbed, tell someone it was something different.
We'd find out. What
Yeah,
really
you'd
happened,
find out
Kiki? What really happened?
Nah, she'd drop a dime. Like, he died from a booty hole blister, man. What are you talking about?
He took a push pin to the booty pimple.
He died.
It was done.
Let's see. Brandon said new fear unlocked.
Yeah.
I like that. No, anal blindness. It's called anal glaucoma, where you don't see your ass coming into work. I like that one. Let's see. Brian said you've been looking for love in all the wrong places. Yep.
Yeah.
Now entering sleep mode. What, you didn't want to hear my story? Let's see. Brian's, it all stems from the Packers loss. Yeah. I was, butthurt from the Packers loss.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway. So yeah, there you go. That is my harrowing tale of survival, Hunter.
Hey.
With my booty hole.
Like I said, I'm glad you're feeling better, man. And
Thanks, buddy.
stay on your feet. Stay on your feet.
Where I'm at, yeah, right. Where I know I should. This is a standing desk. I should be standing.
Yeah, there you go. Relief.
Relief. Anyway, well, look, enough of my nether regions. We got to keep things moving here, folks. Let's get to it. Your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That.
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-77.
77.
Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it.
There you go.
Yeah,
got it?
pump it. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading. So again, I apologize. I wasn't able to do as many best ofs or at least keep them updated, but Alan said they replayed the Chinese guy lighting their farts probably 3 times while you were gone. But now we know the real reason why you were gone. Thanks for sharing. Because I was lighting my farts on fire. That's what it was.
You do it too much. You end up with.
Yeah, it's the scorched booty hole right there. So.
Sis.
Anyway, let's see here. Sorry, I don't have my notes pulled up. All right, let's start with this. Mark Sebastian is on a Royal Caribbean's 9-month ultimate world cruise and has been documenting his experience on TikTok. He recently has gone viral after sharing a list of things he didn't know about cruising before embarking on this adventure. After just about 2 weeks at sea, he said he was surprised that the pools are filled with salt water and that there are a lot of old people. You're surprised that there's a lot of old people on a
I could
cruise?
have told you that, man. A lot of old fat people.
That's their thing, man. That's what Florida or cruises. Also, he did mention one thing you don't want to talk about or bring up while on a cruise.
The Titanic?
Titanic. That's exactly.
Nice.
Of course you don't want to say, like, that's like going in a blip and saying Hindenburg. Am I right, guys?
Hey, come on. Remember that? Remember that? Yeah, you don't talk about the old Titanic. It's like talking about, anything on a plane that involves, like the movie Alive. That's why they don't show that movie on planes.
Well, here's what he said. He mentioned it during dinner and everyone dropped their forks and stared silently at him. Yeah. Boy,
I thought it'd be kind of funny. I mean,
I feel like if you could make a good,
like, come on, what are the odds, guys?
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Look, we're not even going anywhere where there's icebergs. What are
Lighten
the
up.
odds? What are the odds?
As the ship moves a little bit, as
Hey, what if we go down? I'm sharing a door with this guy. Am I right?
that guy over there needs a door by himself.
9-month cruise. That sounds a little intense.
9 months.
9 months. Yeah.
So I think we're gonna take one. We were talking recently about doing the cruise. She really wants to go on a cruise. I haven't been on a cruise since I was, I think, a freshman or 8th grade, one of those in high school. I enjoyed it. I think you should try it. I know your opinion on cruises, but I think you would like it.
Yeah.
Don't do like the 10-day right off the bat.
Yeah.
Do a 3 or 4. I think it's a 4-day cruise. 3 days, 3 or 4 days is really what you need.
So here's what is the cumbersome thing about a cruise where we're at is you have to travel to travel. So it's like you got to fly down to Florida, which I know isn't that big of a deal, but you got to fly down to Florida.
It's a hassle.
Then you know what I mean? Like now, there's got to be Lake Michigan cruises. Is there like a 3-day Lake Michigan cruise? I'd do that.
There is. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it goes out of. I think is it Traverse? No.
You're not thinking of the
I think
the what's it called? The thing that just
goes back and forth.
That goes back and forth, right?
I'm not thinking of the blue chip boat. No,
that's the gambling one. That's right. Yeah,
we're going for a cruise. 20 feet out.
Right here.
But yeah, I honestly, man, I think you should. I think you should give it a whirl. I think you and Kiki would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Get the all-inclusive. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Or buddy up with somebody who got the all-inclusive.
Like, hey, can you give me an extra plate from the buffet?
You know?
Aren't they really strict on their booze with cruises too?
Not when I went. I was underage, obviously, and I was walking around. with
Everyone always said like
beer
all the hacks,
sometimes,
like,
or
put food coloring in your Listerine, but fill it with vodka, like make it look like
oh, you're talking about
Listerine,
sneaking it on,
and
yeah.
putting booze on, taking booze on there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's all inclusive, it doesn't matter for
Doesn't
me,
really
but
matter at that point.
But if I want to be cheap with it, like, is there a cheap way to do it? I love boats. I love water. It's the people. Is there a way to do a cruise without all
the
other
people
on there? Yeah.
That would almost be kind of weird too. Out in
Yeah.
the middle of the ocean on a boat by yourself.
Big ass boat.
Yeah.
Big ass boat. Yeah.
Have you seen the new one? What's the new
Yeah.
one that just got launched?
What is that?
They size it up to another, like the
Dude,
regular
it's
Royal Caribbean, and it just dwarfs it.
Dude, it's unbelievable. Yeah, they do like a comparison, and you got like the Titanic that's right here, and then like the Royal Caribbean, and then it's like
This thing is just massive.
yeah, it's insane. And to me, it's like that doesn't seem
City on
stable,
water.
you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, but well, hey, if you do go on a cruise, don't say Titanic. Just don't do it. And everyone, you
Don't
get
say
some funny
Titanic.
looks. You get some funny looks.
Yeah.
This is I don't want to be that guy that dogs the generation after him, especially being a millennial.
Mhm.
All
We're pretty
right,
good at it. We do it a lot here.
We've taken it on the nose quite a bit from the Gen Xers and the Boomers. Oh, millennials, blah blah blah. Which, even though you guys forget, you raised us, and you didn't really give us a whole lot. Let's see: 9/11, 2 housing crashes, a recession, a war in the Middle East. Yeah, okay. I think we've had our fair share. A pandemic. How about you give us a break as millennials?
I mean, I guess
okay?
they did have the 3 worst wars, but
You know what? No, not boomers. Boomers got to live. They were all in the happy 50s, all right? They were leaving to Beaver. Where you could have one income and get a house, a car, and
white picket fence, big ass
white
house,
picket fence. Little Timmy with his flat top, all right?
that big long car.
Yeah. Back when a man would come home and his wife would have his dinner ready for him and she'd shut her mouth.
God.
Yeah, boomers had it easy. Anyway.
Hey, Gleason, relax.
One of these days.
To the moon.
So I don't want to be this guy, but with this story, I'm gonna dog Gen Z with this a little bit, okay? So there's an interesting reason why a third of Gen Zers prefer self-checkout kiosks to human clerks. Apparently, it's so they can shoplift. Brand new retail marketing data has found that more than half of Gen Z shoppers would choose self-checkout, usually because they like the independence of it, but 30% of them admit to using the self-checkout as an opportunity to steal the most expensive thing in their cart when no one is looking. Gen Z, if you ruin self-checkout,
They're going to. They're going to. And you know what? I mean, that sucks. That sucks. First off, let's just establish this. If you're a thief, you need to listen up here. all
Right.
Go ahead. And if you keep stealing and you keep getting away with it, I'm going to keep doing it. It's going to catch up to you. And you know why? It's because in your brain, in your head, because you got away with it so many times. Doesn't matter if it's big, little. If you're a thief, if you're a klepto, there's going to be something and at some point in your life where you make a decision and it's going to be the wrong one, and it's going to stem from all of those times. And
I've always wanted to ask, like, someone who steals, like, whether you're stealing from a store all the time or like,
I hate thieves.
I want to ask him, like, okay, let's say you go through self-checkout and you steal that item, and then you walk out the door and someone yanks that bag. Are you going to be upset? Well, here's the thing. You can't be upset.
You can't be
because
upset.
You stole it. All right.
Stole it. I just don't know how people, like, if you steal a shirt and you wear it, how can you wear that with pride?
Right.
How can you wear that knowing you stole it? You didn't buy that. You didn't earn that. You're a piece of trash.
Yep.
You don't contribute to society. And because you don't have any money, and now you have to steal and do things.
It's a different mindset, man. It really is. It is. It's a different mindset that I can never wrap my head around. And seriously, especially if you ruin my self-checkout, if I now have to wait in line with my 2 items because you guys can't stop from stealing because I don't know, that's the cool Gen
You
Z
know what?
thing to do.
Pisses me off about thieves too. Like if you have your buddy and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I just kind of took this." I don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
You're not coming over to my house now.
Yeah. What are you going to steal
Don't
from
tell
me?
me that.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just kind of took it, man. I took 2 at the same time,
Yeah.
Bro, it's
Dude,
not cool. I don't
I've
trust
gone-
you anymore, and I don't trust anything you say, do.
Right. I've gone back because I forgot to pay for like a soda bottle, like 1 soda bottle.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not sitting here saying I'm like the Mother Teresa, but
No,
it's
it's
just
just
one
because
thing
you're
I
a
can't get
person.
in.
You're
Yeah.
a decent person.
I
You
just don't get it.
contribute.
And I don't know what it is about Gen Z that's causing them 30% in this
Dude, a
study.
lot of
That's
them steal.
wild.
There are a lot of
Ridiculous.
thieves in that generation. It's no joke.
Ridiculous. Bunch of thieves. Bunch of thieves.
That should be a
Anyway,
thing too. It's like, yeah. So when I worked at Best Buy, and so this is a lot for these other stores. If you run out of I shouldn't even be saying this, but you couldn't touch anybody.
Yeah. Oh, now
It's like a hands-off policy. If somebody walks out the door with an item you know they didn't pay for, you can't do anything about it.
yeah.
And I'm like, we need to change that. Actually, we need to put like Stone Cold Steve Austin at the door.
Yeah.
And as those people walk out, yes, this dude can snatch you up,
Yeah.
tombstone you. I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah, you get a
stand
few
thieves,
people
man.
getting tased coming out. I never understood that. They're stealing merchandise. Tase them, block them, lock the door. What's the deal?
Mhm.
You see, have you seen these flash mobs of thieves? These groups
That's
of
the
people
worst.
will go in and just literally obliterate a
The,
store. and
the
then
kids
go
will
out.
go in at like 20 at a time now,
Yep.
and nobody can do anything about it because
Yep.
there's 20 of them, and they just ransack stores. The one
Yeah.
I just saw was a Nike store, I think.
Yeah.
And they just went in, and I mean trash bags, and they
Yep.
were grabbing sweatshirts off
Mhm.
and throwing them over their shoulders and going back,
Yep.
and everybody's just standing there like,
Yeah.
and they
What
were
can we
in
do?
there long enough for people to get their phone out and just start. It's like they know.
Oh, they don't even rush. Not most times. It's not even a rush.
No.
They're like, all right, because no one's gonna stop them. No
Mhm.
one's going to stop them. Yeah, it needs to knock it off. And not just because I love self-checkout and I do not want to wait in line. That is the worst thing in the world to me is waiting in a grocery line.
Yep.
So stop it.
Mhm.
Knock it off
Stop it.
if you're doing it.
And I'm
Stop
telling
it.
you, go ahead,
Yep.
keep doing it. It'll catch up to you.
Yeah.
Someday,
will.
someday you'll be like, damn it.
Yep.
This is it. This is what they were talking about. It'll happen.
Someone's going to steal from you and you can't be mad
It's
about
going to
it.
be
I
the
don't wanna hear
worst
about
too.
it.
It's going to
Yeah.
be like grandma's, whatever she gave you that you can
Yeah.
never get it back again. And
Well-
you're going to deserve it.
Grandma's disappointed in you too, by the way. So keep that
Right.
in mind. Lastly, a drainage pipe company recently surveyed some plumbers and asked them to reveal the strangest things they've caught being flushed down the toilet.
Oh boy.
Here are some of the best responses. Legos. That's understandable. Kid
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
in the toilet.
Mhm.
Rubber ducks. Socks. Sex toys.
Yeah, I would have guessed that. Condoms.
Teeth. They didn't specify where those were real or fake. Yeah, like teeth. I don't know. Maybe like the dentist-
Grandpa was Grandpa was going number 1 and coughed.
He put. Oh no!
Oh God.
Ah,
Just flush 'em.
no.
Just flush 'em.
Turkey bones and Brussels sprouts, bananas, a 2-man tent and sleeping bag.
What? How can you get that down no. What?
One plumber said, "I've seen all sorts of weird and wonderful things blocking pipes. Everything from chopsticks to lettuce, like a whole head of lettuce."
Remember that story? That dude called in and he worked for he worked for some septic company, and he was pumping this lady's house, and she came out while he was pumping it, and she's like, "What are all those things floating on the top?" And he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh," like kind of embarrassingly told her, like, "Ma'am, those are the condoms. Those are your condoms." And
Yeah.
she says, "We don't use condoms."
Oh,
Ho!
what was it? Was it their son? Or was it?
We don't have a son.
Oopsie.
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 Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was always told you weren't supposed to flush condoms. Not that I used them, am I right? Come on, let's be real. Who's using them? You can't flush them if you don't use them, am I right,
Yeah.
guys? Yeah. So I've never been one to like just huck anything into the toilet because
Yeah.
it's not worth the
Two-man
problem.
tent, huh?
I don't know what someone was thinking
I
with
mean, dude,
that.
we can't even flush, the paper towel roll paper down there, and you telling me you can get a two-man tent down?
You're not even supposed to put a wad of those wet wipes down there. You're
Exactly.
gonna get down there. And why out of all the things was that like just go throw it in the trash? No,
Yeah.
this needs to go down the toilet.
No, you need to go
Needs to go
flush your
down the
Coleman.
toilet.
Go flush the Coleman.
I will tell you though, we're getting much better with our toilet proficiency because I told you, and this blew my mind. I was in Lowe's one day and they had the toilet up there, and the whole big selling point was you can flush up to a dozen golf balls.
No,
And I'm
that's that one.
I'm like, what? Who needs a toilet powerful enough to flush a dozen golf balls?
Right. Is like a giant rabbit gonna go number 2 in my toilet? Like,
Is Andre the Giant here? Like, if you're at a point, all right, if you're at a point in your life where you need the suction and the power to flush 12 golf balls at a time.
I mean, mind you, quite impressive. But
it is.
actually, I don't know if that's gonna suck me down with it. Well,
Yeah,
golf balls and me.
Don't stand on there because you de-glove your boot. Jesus!
Where'd he go?
Hey! Honey, take
Help!
my hand!
He comes into the bathroom, there's just like an arm sticking out of the toilet.
Take my hand!
Grab! Is this quicksand? What? Throw me a rope!
What's that? Yeah, what's that rope you have hanging above the toilet? Let me tell you. Let me tell you about the Great Flush of 04. All right, that's what it was.
He's getting flushed. 12 golf balls and you.
It's like in Twister, like the scene in Twister. You got to strap that leather belt around you.
Put the harness on.
So you and Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton don't get sucked away. We're going down. All right. Anyway, well, hey, don't flush tents or golf balls or anything weird down your toilet. Okay. All right. That is your morning dump. We'll be back. Shit. All right. All right, let's see here. There we go.
Excuse me. Any comments?
Did you tell Kiki to get up there and clean it? No, I would not do that to my wife. She would if she needed to, but luckily it's not necessary. Good morning, Michelle. Missed you as well. Missed everybody. Oh yeah, I did. I didn't pass out completely, but there's a couple times where I was just laying on the bathroom floor.
Hey, you know what? And she'll vouch. Maybe you know this from a couple weeks ago. I had the same thing, except it was on my cheek more.
Yeah,
it wasn't like where yours is, but
yeah,
it's like it's still there actually.
Yep.
But it's like I looked it up, and they say if it doesn't go away after, I think mine was like an ingrown hair.
Yeah, probably. Those are super common.
But dude, like a straight knot.
Yep.
Straight knot.
Well,
yeah. And the first thing, that's why I said people say it's from sitting down a lot. That was like the first thing I read. Like if you sit down at work a lot, it's pretty common actually.
Yeah. Sorry, hold on. Just in my drawers. And I've thought about that too, and you know the angle that I'm at and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ! God damn it! There we go. Oh, here we go. Back to music.
All right. So damn.
Hey, blow my whistle, bitch. Good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter. I want to hear this as like an old
Pop my abscess, bitch.
Pop my preannual abscess, bitch. What? Gross.
Gross.
I'd like to hear this song as like an old timey Sinatra song. Oh, won't you blow my whistle, bitch? What?
Hey, AI could do it.
Yeah, you're true. That's true. We've seen it with Elvis now and everything.
Yeah.
So unbelievable.
We just heard Elvis sing "Baby Got Back" last week.
It's true. We could hear Sinatra sing DJ Alligator, blow my whistle, bitch. Be interesting. It'd be interesting. Anyway, well, hey, it is the Plan B Morning Show. It's 7:37. We got to keep things moving. It's time for sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stacked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweiser's, other delicious drinks to keep your thirst quenched. Of course, remember to drink wiser with Bud Distributing.
And you know who's drinking some Budweisers? Jim Harbaugh, because he just got paid, man. He got paid. To recap last hour, we hit it hard last hour, but obviously more people probably listening right now. Jim Harbaugh, sad story, man, for Michigan fans. Great news for Chargers fans. He's leaving the University of Michigan after 9 seasons. Been hired to be the head coach at the Chargers. We talked about it extensively last hour. As a Michigan fan, saw it coming. And if you didn't see it coming, what? Like, he was definitely going to leave, right? I mean, I think everybody kind of had the hunch, especially after the whole NCAA saga, the whole, getting booted for 4 games or how many games he had to sit out.
Yeah,
and winning a national championship. It was just like set up. Like, and I said it last hour. It's perfect because the 30 for 30 that's going to come out is going to be a good one. It's a great setup for it. The story is complete. He goes to the NFL, blah, blah, blah. And I think the NCAA is kind of shaking in their boots a little bit, thinking, damn, like he exposed us. Now he left.
Yeah, and I think the NCAA needs to look at this. As Michigan fans, I guess you can't be too upset. You got a national championship. You'd love to maybe see him stick around and continue to build that program with obviously a formula.
I mean,
that
you
works.
gotta leave.
Yeah.
What if they didn't win a national championship? Does he stay?
Maybe.
See, that's more of the question, I think. I think if they don't win the national championship, does he stay? I think the national championship really put him over the top. Like, he already kind of wanted to leave. I think not because of Michigan, because of all the, NCAA allegations and whatnot. But after winning and capitalizing on that, it's like, man, this is perfect. Perfect time to leave.
Yeah, but also don't you think you'd want to continue to build on that? You know what I mean? Like, here you are. You took this program in the time you've been there.
Yes, I know what you're saying. So here's where we're at. If you're Nick Saban 10 years ago, you stay.
Yeah.
Because, damn, you got like 7 other national championships lined up. Michigan? I'm not going to sit here and say Michigan's like Alabama. They're not. They're not yet. Yeah, you leave. I'm sorry. Yeah. As a Michigan fan, I'm like, man, it's perfect for him. So, yeah, it's a legacy, and it's going to be great, man. I can't wait for the documentary. We already got, my mom ordered some of those display footballs you can get on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have some sort of memorabilia from this year,
Yeah,
it was a big, awesome year for the Maize and Blue. So sad to see him leave, but also congratulations, man.
Alan said, so the NFL scripted Michigan's national title game in order for Harbaugh to leave and come to the NFL. Just saying. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's all scripted.
And he's going to marry Taylor Swift. No, I don't know what's going on with that.
Another picture of him making out with Taylor Swift. You've seen those pictures? I've seen one with Mahomes making out with Taylor Swift. I've seen Jason Kelsey making out with, I've seen the coach Andy Reid making out with.
Yep.
AI pictures are wild.
Eric did bring up something interesting. Should have went to the Bears. Would have been a better story. The fact that he played quarterback for the Bears, that would have been interesting.
Would have been a great story.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were hoping that.
Yeah.
But would you, as Jim Harbaugh, go to the Bears?
No, I would not.
It'd
No.
stay at Michigan. Yeah. It's a better team.
Fucking do.
Damn. That's rough.
Oh, we're on the Bears.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know, go from a national championship to the Bears. Sorry.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on. Next story here, man. Some more pro football here. Plenty of people are betting on the AFC and NFC championship games on Sunday. In the AFC game, the Baltimore Ravens favored by 3.5 points over the Kansas City Chiefs. Really? I guess I could see that. The Chiefs aren't what they used to be, but it's playoff time, and they're starting to become what they used to be.
Yeah.
Which sucks. And the NFC,
Win.
NFC is the Niners and are favored by a touchdown over the Lions. Looks like most of the money is coming in on the favored home teams. Insiders say 68% of the money in the AFC game is being wagered on the Ravens. 57% of the money in the NFC game is wagered on the 49ers. Which I guess I could have guessed. I mean, money-wise, yes. You bet. I'm talking about the Lions game here, all right? Money-wise, it's a safe bet to bet on the Niners, right?
Yeah,
They're at home. We're talking about the 49ers, but I'm comparing this to the Michigan-Alabama game. Everybody's be like, yeah, Michigan can do it, but it's Alabama. You know, they're gonna...
Right.
Look what happened. Look what happened. And I'm taking the same exact stance in this game. And yes, I might be a little biased. I do want the Lions to win. But with that being said, I don't have a Lions poster up. I don't have the jersey. Not a diehard. But I'm telling you, if the Lions don't turn the ball over, they're going to win this game. No joke. They have the tools.
It will be, I think, a Christian McCaffrey show that day. Yeah. I think it will. I am surprised at how
to stop him.
And Brock Purdy is not the playmaker. He's
good.
I mean, now again, I'm not taking anything away from him. Is he? You put Brock Purdy on the Bears? Are we even talking about him? Absolutely not. When you have Debo, when you got McCaffrey, when you got Kittle, you got targets like that. Anybody's good in that scenario.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure you could say that about a lot of scenarios and situations, and you have to have that nowadays.
No, you do. They're not going to get beat by Brock Purdy. They're going to get beat by Christian McCaffrey. That's where I'm at. I don't think the Lions are going to win this game. I'm sorry. This is not coming from a place of a disgruntled Packer fan. I just think that.
I think it'll be close.
Yeah.
I think it'll be close. I think the Lions have it, though. We should bet on this one.
You want to bet on it? What are we betting? What are we betting?
What do you want to bet?
$1 billion.
Hey.
I don't know. You just want to do our typical $10 bet?
Pink slips.
Pink slips.
Hey, I know you want that CRV.
I'm going to set it on fire. All right.
Hey, if you win it, do whatever you want with it.
We'll do our $10 bet, our gentleman's agreement.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
I think it's the 49ers. You think it's the Lions. And
it's a good bet on your side. Yes, it's in San Francisco.
I don't think the Lions are going to get walked all over. I want to make that very clear for all you Lions fans out there that think I'm turning my
I just think the story is too good, and it's Dan Campbell behind it all. You know what I know? I know that Dan Campbell loves being the 4th seed in this situation.
Yeah.
I know he loves that. And I also know that Goff took care of the ball at the last game. And with that being said, if the Lions defense, which they do, step up and, like what you said, stop McCaffrey, this is going to be a game, folks. This is going to be a game.
I think the 49ers are going to turn it on. I think maybe playing the Packers was a wake-up call with as close as that game was.
Yeah, I wish that was a little bit more of a blowout.
And they have home field advantage. You know, the Lions definitely lean on Ford Field. That's a great place to play. It's loud in their favor.
Oh, yeah.
And so I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think the 49ers are just going to stomp on these guys, but I just think the 49ers are going to.
Hey, here's another thing. Goff experienced in these games.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Well, how far
still pretty fresh. Still pretty new.
How far did the 49ers get last? Because Purdy came in last year, right?
I believe so, right? It was last, or is it the year before?
I can't remember. but they've had some pretty good success with him. They just haven't
Yeah.
gotten all the way yet. So,
Mhm.
but you're right though. Like this is a big game.
Mhm.
So
Next game, we got the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens.
I think the Ravens got it. They're a mean team. They are just they're stacked top to bottom.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
But it is the Chiefs. It's
the
the
Chiefs,
Chiefs,
man.
and they just find ways to win.
And the story there with the whole Swift thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about
I
how-
saw a post the other day of somebody put it up there like, all right, let's take Taylor's side here for a second. She's not choosing to do this. She's just there to support her team, her boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And like I agree with all of that. But I don't think you know what we're talking about, lady.
I
talking
don't care about it. I'm not mad at Taylor Swift. I'm mad at them showing her all.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it boils down to.
Exactly.
This is what I chalk it up to. Do you know how many players are on a roster? 52. Okay. 52 players.
Mhm.
And most times those players have family members in there. Family members that have, like Jordan, I'll just use this as an example. Jordan Love's mom, for example.
Mhm.
Like his first start, she had to sit in nosebleed. All right? Now she gets a better spot, but she's
Right.
not sitting in a press box. She's not. And there's a lady who raised this kid after his father died. All right. That was
Mhm.
there for all the practices and tryouts and
Mhm.
this and that. And
Yeah.
they very rarely do they flash to her when he throws a touchdown, but every single thing that happens, go to Taylor Swift. That's the
Taylor
annoying
Swift.
part. That's
So
the annoying part.
here's what it is. You're right, not mad at Taylor Swift, but I do know that Taylor Swift can go to these people and be like, hey, don't show me as much.
Yeah.
Twice a game. 2 times is all you guys get.
Yeah.
She can do that. She can say that.
Yeah.
She's not.
No.
I mean, why would you? It's free promotion.
She's probably making more money off of this,
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure. And why would you? I get that. But
Yep.
like, don't you think like after a while though, it's like she's hearing it.
Yeah.
She's reading and hearing
Well,
people being like, damn it, dude.
Actually,
We had enough.
Kiki told me about this. I guess she made a post, like a Twitter or something, and it was like, sorry to all the Chads, Brads, and Dads out there, but I'm just like, oh, what was the tweet?
Oh no.
Like her addressing, like,
Was it sarcastic or was it like
yeah, no, hold on. Taylor
was it heartfelt?
Swift, Chads. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go. Taylor Swift said in an interview she had no awareness she is being seen too much during Chiefs games, pissing off dads, Brads, and Chads. Let's see. So yeah, so she's making that. Of course she knows.
She knows. She knows.
I don't think there's a
Anyway, hey, let's stop talking about this damn person. All right, dude, I'm taking the Ravens. We're talking about football here.
I'm
All
taking,
right,
I'm taking the Ravens too. Yeah.
it's a safe bet. I want the Ravens. How's Kiki feel?
I don't know. She's riding high because the Chiefs are
They're playing good.
They are for the 8th year in a row. They're
Mhm.
in the AFC or whatever it is, 6th year in a row in the
Mhm.
AFC Championship
Yeah.
game, which
Yeah.
is just obnoxious at this point.
Well, they're already breaking records.
Oh, dude, they've broken. They just passed what Tom Brady and
Yeah,
and
and Gronk.
Gronkowski as the most connections.
Yeah, something like
On-
that, or consecutive like playoffs or something like
I
that.
don't know.
I mean, jeez.
I don't know. Maybe it is petty of me, or as a fan of football, to be like, look, no team should have this much success. Maybe that's a silly thing to say because it's like, hey, you got the best team. You keep winning.
Well, it really shows how good they really are.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny that. I mean, even in today's NFL, where every position in 3 deep are
Mhm.
filled to the max,
Yeah.
you still have a team that every friggin' year
Yeah.
finds a way to just dominate. It's
Yep.
insane. Jealous.
Yeah.
Everybody
Maybe that's
else
what
should
it
be
is.
jealous
Maybe
too.
we're as football fans, we're just jealous. We're like, all right,
Come
want
on.
to see something else other than Mahomes sticking his tongue out. Boy, he's doing a sidearm throw and that weird walk that he does.
Get him! Tackle the damn guy.
Okay. Can someone
Please.
cover Kelsey? Anybody, just put a guy on him.
Oh
He's
my
wide open all the time.
God.
Jesus.
Anyway, there you go. That's our sports.
Good enough. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, bud.
We'll be back. All right, obviously we'll jump right into it here. God almighty.
What's the topic again?
What's that?
What's the topic?
What movie made you cry?
Oh.
All right. Oh, let's see. Ricky said, "Don't be a miserable troll, Brock. The Lions got this." Maybe.
This is a good topic. This is actually kind of embarrassing.
What's that?
One of my answers is kind of embarrassing. Let's,
I might have some embarrassing ones. I'm trying to think. I know my main answer, but I'm a kind of an emotional guy. Like I get choked up easily.
Mhm.
So I'll be watching, some of Riley's movies. And I'm like, it's such a good message,
God.
Like it's nice.
I'm trying to think of the last movie. I looked over at her. We were watching, and I'm like, "You crying?"
There you
And
go.
like seeing her like bubble up, it like triggered.
Yeah, and then you start
It,
crying.
I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
damn it! What movie was that?"
Sorry, real
What?
quick. Yeah, Eric, Hunter's gonna pick up his box today, and we'll open them tomorrow. We appreciate it, buddy. All right.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? All right, here we go. All righty, good morning. Let's get to it. It's 7:54. Brock and Hunter in the Plan B
Morning.
Show. It's time for your topic of the day. And this was originally supposed to be Tuesday's topic, but with me being out,
Get a pimple on his butt.
everyone thought it was penis degirthing, but actually it was something
Oh.
way different. Way different. It was not a penis degirthing surgery at all. No, your topic for today, what movie made you cry?
Oh man,
We got a ton of answers on this.
this
by
is
the way.
kind of embarrassing. I'll kick it off with mine real quick. Two answers. Titanic. I'll admit it. Was
That
fine
made
through
you
the whole
cry?
fine through the whole damn movie. No, it's the ending scene when Jack is on the top of the staircase and she's like having the memory or whatever.
Oh,
It's the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
Dude, it got me. And this was not in 7th grade. This is like 5 years ago when I watched it again. I watched it at my house and like one of those days where you really got sucked into it. That scene hit and I was just like, "Ugh,
I saw something the other I saw something the other day, and it was some guy talking about it. It's like, Titanic's really a messed up story. You think about it. It's some old lady, who's been married to some other guy for 70 years, and
Think
instead
about
she goes on a boat with stolen
starts
jewelry.
hooking up with some bum."
No. I'm saying like later on, with old Rose.
No, yeah.
It's like, here's a lady who's been married to a different guy for 70 years. All right. And then on her final life, at the end of her life, instead of like reminiscing about time with him and this guy who spent the life with her, provided kids and grandkids, instead she goes on a boat with stolen jewelry and reminisces about getting railed back in the, the 30s.
Yep.
Well, it's true. It's a good point.
It's a good point.
Okay. So
Titanic.
Titanic made you cry. What else made you
All
cry?
right, this is my embarrassing one, and I'm serious. And this was younger when I first watched the movie back in the day. Don't laugh, okay?
All right.
Terminator 2.
Terminate. Wait.
I'll tell you. I'll show you the scene. This scene right here. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta get it right.
Oh, wow. He became a
Oh.
good Terminator. Why?
Why? Dude, I don't know how I got so emotional over that because I loved Schwarzenegger. I love the robot. You
That's so
kind of got
mean.
you kind of find a connection to him. He's like your dad at some point in the movie, and then you got to lower him in the lava. No, so
And it's
sad.
going down, and then it just
And John Connor's crying a little bit. Ah,
he became a good robot. He was a good robot. That's a surprising one. I wouldn't. You shouldn't be embarrassed. I'm maybe a little embarrassed.
yeah,
Maybe a
I
little
definitely
embarrassed.
bubbled up at that scene.
You didn't cry at the end of T3. All right, that's okay.
Not that one.
Cried because you wasted your money on it watching it in the theater. Good answers for me. My go-to, like if I want to cry, in a movie that made me cry, 8 Seconds. Do you know that movie?
Mm-mm.
It is a
Is
retelling.
that a movie about your sex life?
You son of a bitch!
Yes.
So quick. No, it is a retelling. It is a movie about Lane Frost, who was a bull rider in the 80s and 90s. And oh my god, I'm gonna get choked up talking about it.
Oh,
It's
really?
it is. Oh, it's heart-wrenching. Oh, it's heart-wrenching. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, 8 Seconds will make you bawl like a baby. It'll make you bawl. I've seen it. I've seen that movie probably 100 times, and every single time I'm just like,
Oh God.
here it comes. Here it comes. He's gonna do the wave.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his wave. And I know he's dead. Oh god.
Ugh.
Yeah, that movie every single time make me cry. Every single time. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's, like I said,
One more as a kid.
Yeah.
Movie that made me cry as a kid. Dude, I don't cry in a lot of movies, obviously, but this one got me. All Dogs Go to Heaven back in the day.
That one didn't.
Think when Charlie died, is it Charlie? One of the dogs dies, dude, and it destroyed me as a child.
Can I be honest? Any movie where the pet dies, like Marley and Me or anything,
God,
I'm not
why
that.
do you gotta kill the pet?
I'm not that broken up about it. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying like go out there and drown your dogs. You know, I'm not saying that.
Jeez.
But maybe because I grew up on a farm and I saw, you know, it just like Marley and Me. I'm like, well, the dog died. Dogs die. I mean, that's what happens. You know what I mean? Old Yeller. Hey, he had rabies. Like, you're not going to keep him alive. You know, no, Pa, I'll do it. He's my dog. Well, yeah, go shoot the ravenous dog. I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
How about this one?
Yeah.
The end of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I think maybe
that one can get you.
I might have got choked up on that one. I got choked up. I'm really trying to think of a movie that just made me go, Tuesdays with Maury. Tuesdays with Maury. I think that one made me cry for sure. I'm trying to think. That's based off that bestseller. And again, like I said, I'm a big softie. I'll cry on a lot of things. So let's go to Facebook here. What movie made you cry? Rachel said Marley and Me. So there I'm talking like Matt said Driving Miss Daisy.
Marley. I don't think I've seen Marley and Me. I've only seen Mac and Me.
Completely different movies. Completely.
Not the same, huh?
Not the same. No. That's an alien and a dog. You're way off. Matt had another good when Radio's mama died. You know, remember the movie Radio with Cuba Gooding Jr.? Oh, what a great movie.
I didn't see that one either.
You need to see that movie. Oh my god. But yeah, that's a good one. Let's see.
Tug on the heartstrings a little.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he plays a special needs kid. Go see it. It's amazing acting all the way around, and just
I think Patch Adams was a one that kind of got with Robin Williams.
What about Remember the Titans? That one will get you. That one will get you for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brian said Showgirls.
Tears of Joy. What?
Yeah, where are you crying from, Brian? What is
I finally get to see Jesse from Saved by the Bell naked.
Oh, I'm crying. Those tissues are being used differently. Let's see. Oh, okay. I have an embarrassing one. I do have an embarrassing one, and this reminded me of. So Amanda had a couple. She said The Adventures of Milo and Otis, Homeward Bound. That's a good one. Notebook, dude. The Notebook. I'm sorry.
Never seen it.
I am a sucker for Rachel and Ryan in that movie, and it gets me choked up. True Love. It's that one. I cry on that one.
What was the one before that?
Homeward Bound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. Jeremy said Old Yeller. David said Fox and the Hound. Does the fox die in that one?
Can't remember. Can't remember.
Hold on. Super Truckers said, "Don't throw Mama from the train." Makes them cry.
Throw Mama. That's a great movie. Ellen! Give me some soda with ice in it.
Ellen! Let's see. Brian said Sounds of Freedom killed me. I don't know if I've seen that one. This is great too. I got a lot of movies I can see here. Melissa said I Am Legend. I don't know if that one kind of like that's emotional, but I don't know if it's like made me you know what I mean?
You know what a different answer would be? Saving Private Ryan.
You know what? There's some scenes in that one that like it's in. So yeah, there's different levels. Like if I'm
Different
talking
levels.
about balling, that's different. But like ones that are like God, like
well, the grandpas who had to walk out after the first scene.
Yeah.
Like that's a different style of crying because they were saying it was so right on and accurate that most people that experience it couldn't handle it.
Right. Ooh, Izzy had a good one. La Bamba. That's a great because that's a story about Richie Valens. And
you told me to watch that actually.
Oh, it's so good.
A while back.
So good. Lou Diamond Phillips is phenomenal in that movie. Phenomenal. And a great soundtrack. You know what I mean? So let's see. Ryan said Armageddon. Josh said Armageddon. Yeah, that's sad there at the end. Bruce, giving his life. Let's see. Tandy said, "What's Eating Gilbert Grape?" I've never seen that. One of DiCaprio's earlier works.
Me neither. What about The Green Mile?
Oh, that's a
good one. When John Coffey dies.
Yeah.
Well,
that whole movie is sad, man.
Yeah, when he starts bubbling up and crying, you see that big dude just lose it. Oh,
I'm scared, boss. I'm sitting. Leave the light on. Like, oh my God.
Or even when the mouse, the rat. The rat dies, and then the guy finds out that they. Oh no!
Yep. Nope. Yep. Let's see. There's some more answers on here. Becky said Jack and My Girl.
Oh, My Girl is a good answer.
My Girl, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people at the end there.
Yep. Couldn't have him just get like stung by a few bees.
Yeah. Jeez.
No, what a horrible way. All the bees. Let's see. Armageddon was a big answer. Steel Magnolias, that was Amber's answer. I've never seen. Maybe I have seen that one. That's more of a chick flick, make you cry, Ryan said Click and Super 8. I've never seen Super 8, but Click.
Click's a good one.
That is a good one.
That scene where he starts when he's doing, he sees everything go in front of his face, his whole life. That's a tough. Yeah. It's a tough scene.
That one will make you like, as you get older, you're like,
damn, dude.
Oh God, it goes by so fast. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of. Adam said Shawshank Redemption. I don't know if I cry at Shawshank.
Yeah, me neither.
It's more of like Andy Dufresne is free, and him made up. But good. Well, definitely a bunch of bummer movies on here, so that's good. So
right.
If you're looking for a good cry, go check out our list on Facebook. Add your own on there.
Anybody cry at the end of 300 when Leonidas sees all the arrows coming at him?
You know what? I wouldn't say I cried,
but that was an emotional part of that movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's definitely movies where you feel emotional,
dude. Where he looks up, my queen.
Yeah.
You're just like, damn, dude.
God, you want to be him so bad. You love that.
I do. My queen. What a way to go.
Oh, God.
He's on his knees. He did it all.
He did it all.
He was right there. You were right there. You had it.
Right there. Anyway. All right, you big babies. Enough of you crying. Don't cry at my popcorn, all right? It's got enough salt in it. So we're going to take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. All right. See if I missed anybody. What Eric said, Boogie Nights.
He cried because he realized,
At the
damn
end
it.
of Damn it.
I
Damn
am
it.
way short of that.
Let's see. Jason said Top Gun. Yeah, when Goose dies, I think the first time watching that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's emotional.
Tracy said The Pursuit of Happiness.
Hmm.
That's that Will Smith one with his kid, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, Sam said as a child, the Transformer movie from '86.
Hmm.
As an adult without it. The Transformer movie made you cry?
Yeah,
Optimus, no.
Please.
Well, hey, thanks everyone for joining us. Good to be back. Thanks for your patience with us as I am on the mend. And yeah, we'll just be back to our normal shenanigans,
Mhm.
all that good stuff. So, all right, we'll see you
Put
later.
some cream on your booty hole, would you?
Yeah. I'll have pictures tomorrow.
God.
All right, see you guys.